Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, when William Samoei Ruto went into a coalition agreement with Musalia Mudavadi, the ANC party leader, and Senator Masika Wetangula, the Ford Kenya party leader, their agreement was in 3 packages. The first thing was that in the formation of Kenya Kwanza government, William Ruto will be the president na deputy president atoka kwa UDA party. Musalia Mudavadi will be made prime cabinet secretary and Senator Wetangula will be made the speaker of the National Assembly. That was the first agreement. Secondly, they agreed that if they are going to win this election, then Musalia Mudavadi and Senator Wetangula will be given 7 slots to nominate people into cabinet secretary position. 7. That means wanagawana 3 na nusu. And thirdly, Musalia Mudavadi and Senator Wetangula agreed that, and William Samoei Ruto had another agreement that in case Kenya Kwanza will form the next government, then 30% of that government in terms of project or appointment will be given to Western region. Those are the 3 key issues. But lastly, the 4th one, which just came out later and so surprising, was that in order for all these 3 agreements to be fulfilled, then the target was that both Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula should deliver 70% of the vote cast from Western region to William Samoei Ruto side. That means that Wetangula and Mudavadi were supposed to bring to William Ruto table or basket as of now after this election walikuwa waende huko na kura karibu milioni 1. That was the agreement. Now, beside this, there is news emerging that Musalia Mudavadi has definitely updated his bio on Twitter. This information was shared by the Stureh newspaper, and that update, according to the Stureh newspaper, is coming at a time when Kenyans, we are just anticipating for the Supreme Court ruling on presidential petition that was filed by railaodinga. So we want to look into those issues. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. The question we are asking here on this punchline: why Musalia Mudavadi decided to update his bio before getting the slot that he still anticipates for, according to the agreement they had with William Samoei Ruto, and why this information is coming at such a time when Kenyans are anticipating for the Supreme Court ruling. This is what the Star said. Among National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi has changed his Twitter bio and included Prime Cabinet Secretary designate of the Republic of Kenya. This comes as Kenya awaits the Supreme Court to deliver its verdict on the presidential petition on Monday, September 5th, 2022. On August 17, ANC nominated its party leader for appointment as the Prime Cabinet Secretary following William Ruto's win in the August 9 presidential race. The story goes on and on and on, but one thing that I should let you know that I feel Star has failed is that Musalia Mudavadi did not change his bio yesterday or the other day. I remember sharing that information immediately when Musalia Mudavadi changed his Twitter bio. He did it on 19th of August 2022. Not yesterday, not this month. Remember now, today is 5th. Na sasa kulingana na vile Star wameweka, is like he changed it on 4th or 3rd there. So that's the first thing you should understand. Mudavadi alibadilisha hiyo bio long time on 9th. Now this is what he updated to. Welcome to my official Twitter handle, Musalia Mudavadi, Prime Cabinet Secretary Designate of the Republic of Kenya and ANC Party Leader. That happens on 9th. So, if Star would like to put it this way, then they are trying to suggest that maybe Musalia Mudavadi or the Kenya Kwanza team is aware of the anticipated outcome of the Supreme Court, and that is what is informing Musalia Mudavadi to change his bio. That is what the Star is trying to put out. To suggest that, like, the Supreme Court ruling is going to favor William Ruto, president. It means they're going to affirm rather than nullify. Because why should you change your bio a day to a Supreme Court anticipated verdict? It means you might be aware of the anticipated outcome. That is what Star is trying to paint. But ikitulibadilisha on 19th Ayasayau said. Remember, when Chebukati declared William Ruto as president-elect, his position changed from the deputy president to unaweza muita former deputy president, lakini si former sababu mwingine atakuja, but his position changed from it changed to president-elect. You see, that's what changed. Rigathi Gachago's position changed to deputy president-elect. And this is what informed Musalia Mudavadi to change his position to Prime Cabinet Secretary Designate, because he's simply waiting for William Samoei Ruto to issue an executive order which will make him maybe a premium cabinet secretary. Hiyo ndio anangojea tu. So that is the first thing you have to know from there. The issue was that for Mudavadi to get this position, 30%, 7 slots, they were supposed to bring 70%. They did not deliver. Mudavadi was supposed to deliver Vihiga, Kakamega, and Busia. Wetangula was supposed to deliver Trans Nzoia and Bungoma. Definitely going with the Chebukati figures, Wetangula performed better compared to Musalia Mudavadi, because 2 counties delivered more votes to William Ruto's side compared to the other 3, Vihiga, Busia, and Kakamega. The reason why Musalia Mudavadi did not perform well, and he might not perform well as of now, is that railaodinga was on ballot. As long as Raila is still on ballot, there's no way Musalia Mudavadi will have enough numbers in Vihiga, Vihiga, Busia, and Kakamega. Unless if Raila is not on ballot, that's the time maybe Musalia Mudavadi will have a chance to control these counties. But what do they still believe in Railaodinga's leadership? That's why he did not deliver. But besides this, we understand that maybe the reason why Mudavadi was changing this was just to make sure that he's reminding William Samoei Ruto that he has to stick to the agreement, Premium Cabinet Secretary. And they want to show the lawyers that he is part of William Ruto's government. Unlike the Azimio side, which is giving the same position to Kalonzo Musyoka, who is coming from Lower Eastern. So this was meant to make lawyers to think and understand where they. Is it sending the position of Premium Cabinet Secretary to Lower Eastern or having it in Western region? So many things about that. So this is just to remind Ruto, but I know William Ruto, in one of their meetings, he again reminded Musalia and Wetangula and the congregations that he is going to make sure that Mudavadi becomes the premium cabinet secretary as long as they win the case or he form the next government. But still again he affirmed to Wetangula that definitely he is going to be the Speaker of the National Assembly. And Ruto is using every means possible to make sure that Wetangula get that position so that he will work towards the direction he would want to lead or direct the Senate or control the National Assembly. So he still has assured them of those positions. But the bombshell in the room is if Ruto is going to give the 7 slots to these two according to what they delivered. Another bombshell is if Ruto is going to give 30% of the development to Western region. And lastly, another critical issue is if Ruto is going to give 30% of appointments in the government to Western region. If that will happen, then Mudavadi and Wetangula will have scored. If it fails, politically they are bound to fail, and this will be seen as a betrayal to the community. But again, going with what Chebukati announced, because court injatuambia na watu wazimia wamesema wanatafuta ukweli kwa koti. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto presidency was made in Western region. I'm saying this because if you remove Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi from William Ruto and you hand these two to Railaodinga, then Raila will be the president today. Because these two managed to deliver 600,000 votes to William Ruto. And remember, the difference between Ruto and Raila Odinga in the result that Chebukati announced was 230,000 votes. So presidency was fought, lost and won in Western region. Lakini watu wengine wanaenda down to say Bungoma. Of course, that is where William Ruto managed to win in number of presidential votes compared to what Raila Odinga managed to get. So because of that, Ruto might end up rewarding these two, because if he will be made president or if the Supreme Court will rule in his favor, lakini kama kuna rerun, mambo itabadilika. But if it will stay, Ruto might reward these two because he will be focusing on 2027. He will need the Luya votes. I'm saying this in comparison to what happened in 2017 between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto. In 2013, Uhuru shared the government half with Ruto because he was anticipating for second term in office, and therefore he needed William Samoei Ruto input. But after that, when Uhuru got elected for second term in office, he had to kick off William Samoei Ruto. He kicked him out. So Wetangula and Mudavadi should be careful if they are going to work with Ruto in 2027. They might deliver some vote to him, but Ruto might end up treating them in the same way Uhuru Kenyatta treated William Samoei Ruto. He might kick them out and share the slot in the other way he thinks, because he will be serving his last term in office. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. So let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this conversation.